Hey y'all, so I wanted to come on today to talk to you guys about where I've been and what I've been learning. And if you guys don't know, I've been doing Twisted Intimacy since October of 2020. And Twisted Intimacy has gone through so many changes, right? And now it's been one of those I had to really look in the mirror and ask myself, Monica, what is working and what is not? And the biggest thing that I always say when it comes to twisted intimacy is that, and intimacy in general, is that we have to learn how to be vulnerable, right? So this is me being very vulnerable and transparent. Where I have been taking a break. I've been taking a break because I've been trying to make something happen and work, and it hasn't been working for me. And I had to really figure out, like, oh my goodness, like, what am I doing wrong? How am I going to fix this? Like, what's going on? And sometimes in life you have to realize when things are in alignment and when things are not. And what wasn't in alignment for me anymore was to continue doing weekly classes. So that's kind of why you have seen me not do any weekly classes. This isn't to say that I can't do them. That's not what I'm saying at all. But the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. And guess what? My result wasn't happening doing that. So that's why I've taken a break and I've just had to reevaluate. And also part of this too, a lot of you guys don't know this because, again, with me, I keep a lot of cards to my chest. And y'all probably like, well, Monica, did you say that this business is about being vulnerable? Yes, but there are some things that publicly I don't necessarily talk about often. And one of them is this. I recently have suffered death in my family. And this particular death of my uncle was very hard because he was someone that showed me a lot. He taught me a lot. He taught me a lot about how to cook, how to even be on this spiritual journey. He taught me everything about crystals. He taught me about alkaline water before it became a thing. And his passing hurt. And I had to take time out to really heal. And as y'all can see, I'm still releasing a lot. And one thing that I've had to come to terms with is that when I'm grieving, it manifests in a way within me where something that I'm gifted in or talented in, I stop doing. That's also why I stopped doing classes, because it just got very hard. It got very hard to do them, to teach, to just be in a space where I can pour into y'all. And so that's why I stopped. And recently, as I've been able to really do the work and figure out, like, how can we get this spark back? How can I navigate? I have come to terms with that I had to start moving my body again. I had to get back to the basics. I had to start doing my hip circles. And started with hip circles, and was just me dancing. Just dancing, getting back on pole and things like that. And then sometime, I think last week, it really hit, the spark came back, where I'm starting to plan things for Twisted Intimacy again. I'm starting to really focus on those foundations, really just be like, all right, we got this, right? And it's been definitely a journey. It's been a journey, and it's been difficult. And I wanted to share that because in grief, you can manifest so much. I was talking to a networking friend the other day, and she said something along the lines of, through grief and pain, you can manifest something bigger and revamp. It gives you the space to revamp. And that's what I've been doing. And that's why you're going to see new services offered that in the past, I probably would have been like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. It's too much energy. I don't know if I can do that. And what's the messages that have been coming to me lately is that you need to do the things that make you feel uncomfortable, because those are the things that are going to propel you forward. And I'm willing to do the work now to do what feels uncomfortable. And so some of the services, y'all are going to really be like, oh, okay, all right. But part of this also is for me doing this video is just me being transparent about like what's been going on. Because I've been saying this for a little bit, but I haven't actually sat down and made a video explaining like where I've been. And I'm not embarrassed, so it wasn't out of embarrassment. But when it comes to the things that hurt me or the things that I like really care for and really love, I tend to not publicly talk about these things. Think of it as, because I have a lot of Scorpio placements, and think of this as a scorpion. It's like, it has that tough outer shell and things like that, and has that stinger. And it's like, it'll let you, like, it as soon as it feels like you're not giving it space or anything like that, it stings you. So like, when it comes to like me being vulnerable in this way, it's really me opening up, but without the setting expectations on people, like trying to demonize like what I'm talking about or anything like that. So yeah, but all I can say, y'all, is that if you are grieving, or if you know what grief feels like, you should always know that gratitude is the first thing. Just remember that loved one, everything they've done, and thank them for being here and the experiences y'all had together. And know that they're watching over you, and that through this period of grieving, try to manifest something better, whatever that means to you. Pain tends to help things grow, help things get uncomfortable, help things get to the bare bones, so that something new and prosperous can be formed now. Because you can either be stuck in your grief, or you can propel through it. And I choose to propel through it now. And I say propel because I know that being stuck in grief is not where I need to be. This is not where I need to be. And the more that I give myself the space to release, and give myself the space to get back to being creative and knowing what I want and knowing where I'm going, the more I'll get back to being put on path. But in the meantime, this is how I'm navigating. I'm getting back into dancing. I'm doing the things that I love again. And I'm so happy for that. So if you like this video, let me know. And remember that through grief, you can manifest so many beautiful things. You just have to give yourself space.